Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to build a grow light stand. We're going to take this plastic shelving from Home Depot, attach these Amazon grow lights, and yeah, we're going to grow some seed. Stay tuned. All right, let's talk about the shelving unit. This is a Home Depot plastic, super generic shelving unit. You can get those really cheaply, when they get on sale, Thanksgiving or what have you. This is a 36 by 18 size shelf. All right, it's just enough to be able to put these tray, which is what goes on there. 21 by 11 is the size of these things, so I'll be able to put 3 of them side by side. All right, I have 4 usable shelves because obviously the last shelf won't have lights on it. So that's for the shelving. I added, you can use any shelf you want. I mean, you probably have something in the barn or in the shed or the basement, wire shelving, what have you. I use these because I like these because they're plastic, so they're not gonna rust, and they're easy to work with. All right, that's for the shelf. All right, so for the lights, I used this Amazon kit. This is a 6 T5 type of light. Comes with a bunch of goodies here to link them together and all sorts of things. So they are full spectrum grow light, linkable. The reason I went with these, you think about it, a few years ago we were stuck with those neon lights, right? So because I'm pointing up because I have some here, they're 4 feet. And that's essentially what the size is of basically just about every project you're going to build, Today we have some flexibility. These are 3 feet, which means that I can basically fit them really nicely. The other thing is that they're linkable, meaning that I can use a wire, connect this one to the next one, and I'm going to put, in this case, 3 of them on the shelf to have essentially 90 watt of power of light on my seedlings. Each unit is 30 watts. I'll put the link below so that you can get to them. They're not necessarily cheap, but they're not super expensive either, given the comparable things you can get, for $1,000. This is if you want it in your living room at all time and glaze at it, be my guest. But the point here is to start the seedlings, and the seedlings won't care if it's $1,000 worth of shelving unit or a couple of hundred. All right, so that's for the lights. If you think about it, you can adjust this to any size you want. I found them in 2 feet, I found them in 4, I found them in 3. Again, with the linkable capability, you could plug them together. The cool thing about this little goodie bag too is that you have a connector in here that allows you to plug them together. Yeah, man, where are you? Okay, without any wire. So essentially what you have is this little unit, you put it on, right, backwards, and you put the next one to it, and now you have a 6 foot long light. Wonderful, right? So you could do 2-3 feet if you have a 6 foot span to do, or whatever. I mean, if you have an odd shape, you could take the 2 feet, put them this way, and link them together, right? So tons of possibility with those LED lights, and that's what I like about them. Yeah, I'm gonna attach them using aluminum strips that I'm gonna put in the back there. The reason I'm gonna do that is because there's a recess, right, that you may not see super well, but there's a recess here that allows this to stack well together. Okay, so this is how it stacks when it's in storage. I don't want to impair that capability because this is really nice. You can just shove it out of the place and not worry about it until next year. So I want to keep that. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to recess my little clips a little bit so that they don't interfere with that. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a couple of aluminum bars across here, drill a hole, 3 holes, right? So because I put the 3 lights, probably pop rivet them in. We'll see if that's the where this leads. But yeah, let me cut some aluminum, drill some holes, and show you what it looks like. All right, so here we are, 16-inch, 3 holes, so that we can fit our clip using a pop rivet. 1/8 pop rivet will work just fine. And of course I picked the one that's going to be difficult. But yeah, the reason I like the rivet is because it's going to be super low profile. It's not going to interfere with anything, and it's going to be just right. Now what I have to do is now position these so that I can drill a hole through the bar in the plastic, and I can then fix those things in. So just gonna place it, kind of figure out by eye a little bit here where it goes, you know, and you see that middle hole is right where it needs to be. All right, what I'm gonna do first, I'm just going to put a little pencil mark to make sure I'm in the frame of the plastic and not somewhere I don't want to be. So this is kind of at the right place right now. All right, so what I'm going to do is just take my drill, 1/8 bit, and just go through it. All right, not bad. So then I can take this, put that in, put the clip in, do the same thing on this side. All right, and it's going to be secured. Now the reason I use this bar is obviously you can see here that I don't have anything to attach it to, but also I didn't want to make the clip be kind of not flat because of this plastic that is not necessarily super rigid. All right, so yeah, let me get the popper and we'll go through it. All right, so everything's put together. All right, for one shelf. We're gonna have to do this three more times. So now this is how the clips will work, right? So it's gonna be just fine. What I have to do now is clear this space here so that I can link them together and plug them in. So in order to do that, I'm going to use my oscillating stool. And yeah, just get after it. All right. All right, just another little comment why I like the plastic shelves. So you see how it's all scuffed up and crap here. All right, little blowtorch, and everything's like new. All right. All right, so mission accomplished. As you can see, everything's stacking just nice. The bar's in place, no interference with anything. So we're in great shape. All right, a little bit about the electrical here. So this is going to be one shelf. So as you can see, 3 hooked up together up here hooked up together down here with the controller here. When I turn it on, they all turn on. Pretty simple system, really. What I want to do is keep a controller for each shelf. That way I can turn them on or off depending on how many trays I have going on. The only thing that's of matter to me is that, well, you're going to be watering those seeds, and because of that, I think that a ground fault extension cord is a good idea. You think about it, you have those outside, you have those in your bathroom, so everywhere you have water, kitchen, right? Everywhere you have water and electricity, as we all know, it doesn't mix. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take this extension cord, which is, one of those, those pool filter that you buy really cheap, inflatable blue thing. They all come with one of these. And the filter grows crappy after a year or what have you. So I save the cords all the time so that I can do, projects like these. So what I'm going to do is adapt a plug to the end of it so that I can then put a power bar and feed all 4 of my shelves. Alright guys, so we're done in the workshop today. So we're gonna go inside, put it all together, and show you the final product. Hey guys, so I wanted to discuss with you a little bit about finishing these things. These things come in the, these end caps come in the goodie bag, right? And they go at the end there, alright? Now, what you have to be careful about is that they don't go on both ends. So you see here, there's no ridge. When you flip it around, this one has a little ridge. All right, so the wire doesn't care which side it's in, but this one cares a whole lot. And you see, it just hid those prongs that are really 110 if you think about it, right? They're coming out of this of the controller there. So it's really a good safety measure to just end your tubes like that. So there it is, fully assembled, operational, and ready to grow seeds. One thing I've done, just to cover a few of the bases there, I put a rubber mat under the base so that if there's any drips from the trays, it's going to get caught there and not affect my floors. All the end caps have been put in place, so that way no exposed conductor pins, that you can touch, which is very nice and safe. On this side, which is kind of the business side, I've put one, like I said, one controller for each of the shelves, all tied down to this power bar, which has been zip tied to the side of the unit. Okay. For safety, again, remember the extension cord that we did with the ground fault apparatus down there. All right. There's also an addition here, which is that timer that you see. It's just a mechanical timer, very cheap. And what it does, it allows me to set it to, let's say, 40 hours, 14 hours a day or something like that. Whatever my seeds need at a certain time, I can adjust it whenever I want. And yeah, that's the grand tour. Hey guys, I hope you like this project. It was a simple project, but it's going to be super useful to start the seeds, every year. You could even use that to have a succulent garden or keep stuff year round. Depending on how nice the shelf you have. That's why the $1,000 unit that gardeners supply in Vermont there is so nice. But at the same time, not everybody can afford a $1,000 unit there. So I hope you liked the project, and give me a like if you liked it. That helps the channel all the time. Consider subscribing, and thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye.